So when you look at a lot of the athletes that you've had insight to, how good were their diets back then? Were they pretty crappy and
No.
they just were relying on good training and genetics, or were they dialed in back then?
Oh
The
my
good
God.
ones.
I mean, Twinkies was their popular dish. Can
Of
you
course,
believe it?
back then they were
Peanut
just
butter.
crazy.
Yeah, peanut
Yeah.
butter Reese's cups. That's what they ate. And that's why they
Wow.
were always inflamed and injured. And then when I worked in 85, 86 with the Raiders and Rams and Lakers, their diet was mostly pasta and bread and
Yeah, I
carbs.
mean, you're exercising so much, so from a caloric standpoint, insulin wise, you're going to be able to burn that off. But your fatty acid profile is so inflamed, so if you get injured, it's going to be hard to heal. Plus, you don't have any connective tissue building blocks coming in, so as you get injured, the pliability of that tissue is going to be just you get less pliable tissue, less ability to absorb force over time with injuries. It's crazy.
Ab- Absolutely. So what we did was we worked on nutrition with them, protein, eggs,
Mm.
fish, meat, and cut down the carbs like pasta and breads and less rice and potatoes. So we increased almost like a carnivore diet with these people.
Now,
And,
can you
and
do healthy start? I mean, obviously they're burning a lot of carbs. Could you do starches like sweet potato and squash, or even white potato? Would you kind
oh
of
yeah,
consider those still more anti-inflammatory type of starches?
yes, yes.
But you were
As
trying to
long
keep the
as
grain and gluten back then out in the early '80s too.
Yeah, we knew
Hmm,
it was leading to a lot of inflammation. I
wow.
was very fortunate at UCLA that I was involved with so many great minds. One of my patients was Roy Wolford, who was the father of caloric restriction diet. So I learned everything about restriction diet and what it contributes to and how it works on the body. And he took it too far into it. I did not. I kind of realized that we can't do a strict diet like that because we need the calories or we're going to have oxidative damage and stress. And the athletes need to eat. They need 6, 7 meals a day.
Oh yeah.
Okay. And they needed small protein and they needed the right amount of carbs from vegetables. They have to be cooked, and potatoes, they have to be mashed potatoes, or rice, they have
Yeah.
to be white, and they have to be,
Yeah.
and we added butter with it, not ghee at that time because we didn't have ghee, but it was mostly butter that we used
Right.
butter for all our training sessions with the athletes. And then
Wow.
fortunately I got many companies donating research to us, like supplements, like CoQ10 came from Japan. Didn't know anything about CoQ10. We started using it. Saw amazing results. We started
Wow.
using Pycnogenol from France and started giving that to the athletes and saw an increase in oxygen levels. It was amazing. And then Knox gelatin came over and supplementing us with Knox gelatin powder,
Back then.
which
Wow.
then that's how I got into the collagen. Before I didn't know anything about it, and I started talking to the Knox gelatin chemists at that time, and they were explaining to me how important it was in rebuilding and rehabbing. It was more for rebuilding, regenerating, and helping with injuries, recovering it faster. And that's what we use at that time. We use a packet of Knox gelatin with vitamin C 3 times a day, and the increased results were amazing with that.
Wow.